Good evening, folks. It's 22:27. Forecast time. Forecast time. It's forecast time. Got a little jingle on my head. Many areas feeling it hard tonight. Mighty V shape today. Mighty V looking. Mighty radar ray E. Yee. Oh, sounds like somebody had a little accident outside the door. Isn't that mighty convenient? As soon as I start a video. Feeling targeted at all? I don't know. Anyways, we've got some very heavy lightning north of Toowoomba here between Crow's Nest and Lowood. As this moves up through Queensland, it's going to kick into some heavier storms tonight. We got some pretty heavy totals actually scheduled for a few areas, and I'm going to warn you straight off about those because it's a deep concern of mine, and that's why you see me here this late at night. I said I'd give you an update in about 12 hours, but it took me this long. But I was this the icon or the access was showing extremely heavy amount of rain through this area. Actually, all of them are. This is one of them was like incredibly large amount. Here, I think it was icon, and it was enough to me till some alarm bells go off. They give you 24 hours. So they're showing a very heavy tendril is coming through this area, and they're not even sure how much is in it. And that's a deep concern. A deep concern when this type of weather is man-made and this type deployment, and they're not even sure what the result is going to be. And I have to say that if they're not sure what the result's going to be, should it be being done? No, it should not. Yeah, you don't. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. Isn't that old commercial? Well, it isn't. It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature either. I don't think. Not using bad human nature. Humane nature needs to be what goes on. Yeah, that's a bit odd because it was a bit higher totals that I seen earlier. Here we go. Yeah, that's the one. Look at this over here near Kingstown and up in this area here. This is pretty bad. Yeah, and the 10-day was showing some horrendous. It was. I think they took it down, but I recorded it because I have a habit of doing that because I've learned that they're showing. You ready for this one? Look at this over here near Wollongong. And this just popped up, right? You went from nothing in 5 days to something. And I told you 5 days from now you got to have a cyclone. So that maybe that's what the remnants of this is going to come through here. They already know it. So this area is going to cop it according to one of the main maps used by so many other people. This is a huge amount. So you guys need to be aware of this. Be very vigilant of these tendrils of moistures and where we're going. One of the highest ones I seen was over here at Kangaroo Valley. And that's up there. That's getting up near the half-foot mark that you're going to get within a 5-day period. And I think that's going to come within a few days as that storm comes through. Here about, let's see, if it was 4 days, it was hitting over there. You're looking at about 6 days. That's just off the top of my head. Not good at all. You have to excuse me, my voice is going. Told you I ain't feeling well. But I rock and rolled it today for my John South. That's right, barter man. Gotta love it. So I'll send that to you in the morning, sweetheart. She wants to say thank you to everybody for all the prayers and everything. She just don't feel like typing. She's laying on her side. Harry said hi to her today. Yeah, this is bad for this valley. This is very bad, actually. If this rain is falling around here, I'm going to have a good look. So this is what I do. I never know quite what I'm going to show. So where does the water run? You guys know where it runs. Ooh. And it's not called Kangaroo Valley for a reason. And boy, you better hop to it and get your stuff. Especially around here where these little tributaries are. Any neighborhoods through there? Get out. You live around here? Get up. And watch for slides. You know where to go. Okay? Help people. Tell them. Tell them now. You got 5 days and it's calm. We're not panicking. All right? You got a warning coming out from me. So I've just showed you a place. Let's see if we Any other neighborhoods in danger? This is bad, actually, with all these tributaries, drainages. If this overflows, it's coming straight here. It's coming down Jack's Corner, possibly. Is that up or down? 152. That's awful high up. Well, this down here is great, is in danger. Absolutely. That might be high enough up there, actually. I would say they are. But hey, is this a railroad line that needs replacing? Waterboard Road. Are they waterboarding people here to convince them that it's not this combination of it all? Yeah, that's in the low. Yeah, that right there could cop it. Is this your town center? Move your goods. What else? So did they want a smart city here? Let's see. We got a college, classrooms, hall. Whose house did they want over here that they never got? Yeah. This is the target. The target's here, Waterboard Road. I call this area here. That's a cop-it zone for sure. What do we got down here? On the drainage. So I'm looking at drainage too. And big roads, remember, bridges over big roads become waterfalls when there's a torrential downpours. And you're far enough inland where you're not going to get too much of the sea rain. That's a good thing. Right? What blows in from over there that hits right directly onto shore can greatly increase the amounts that are never attributed to the statistics ahead of time. Kembombaderi over here. Uh-oh, no, Ray, I don't want no Kembombera. My God, you couldn't even ask for a better name to... And it's on what they say is the edge. Well, any of this could become a victim of that when you got so much moisture is going to be offshore. Some would say it's all over here. And look at this. Hi. Are they telling you about this one on the access? Hi there. Have it. Cop it. It looks like we are in for a major flooding event in Australia again. Now, this one is coming behind already swollen streams. This is a very bad thing. Because this comes through one day and this is... Oh, my. And where's that going to get? Whose neighborhood do they want it up here? Let's have a look. And I do feel that's what's going on. Is this cloud seeding? You have to make a cloud first, right? That's geoengineering. And then you could seed it to change its condition. I know the word seeding sounds deceptive, don't it? Like you're going to plant a seed. No, but the making of the cloud is geoengineering. Look up the definition. The definitions are plain as day. I do not make definitions up. I just have to live with them. Though I like the definifications of certain new words. Definitionisms. Yeah. If you're playing with words and you're sitting by yourself, you're not always playing with yourself. Just playing with the words. So, did you see what I just showed you? That's west all the way through to Melbourne. And you know what, in the past, these things can come on. Because they're getting their statistic a little bit earlier as the storm moves across. Because they're getting a rager right now. It's not fun times to be out in a bite, that's for sure right now. But this caught my eye. I thought I might want to tell you about it. So I just did. How many days ahead of time do you tell you? It looks like it's about 6 days. I haven't even done the roll through yet. I'm probably not gonna. I'll give you enough for what's today. It'll look like a little snow going on. Like a little bit of tapering off. According to them, there's not much going on because all the action's up here and this is coming through into your swollen ground. Where does the water go when it doesn't get a chance to soak in? It runs. Lot Forrest Gump, that water be running. And it's going to run somewhere. And today, we got some of the thunder snow. That's some heavy amounts too up there. And it's just parking. It's just parking there for a day. That's where you're getting it. And that's some slushiness. So be very, very, very careful driving up through these mountains. Be very careful along these roads. Let's have a look at the wind. If you're going to do stuff this weekend there, you will have to be very careful. I'm going to rewind back a bit here to catch some of the winds. The winds were fierce. Of course, we got to go with more layers. Because why? Because that's how we roll around here. The accumulation. Yeah, that's not terribly bad. But that's almost tropical cyclone strength. Was that in the gusts too? Some of the gusts will be cyclone strength. Absolutely. If I zoom in close enough, I'm sure I could pick up a tickle. But your sustained winds are going to be very high, but the gusts are going to be extremely dangerous. If you got a high-sided vehicle or a camper, I would suggest you reconsider your travel route or your plans entirely. And if you're out here in a boat, I don't know, man. That's all I got to say about that one. That's bad news, right? But I imagine the surf is going to be great, right? We can imagine that surfing is going to be going on, and that things will be swell. Let's see, where's the guy? Oh, I can put swells on again if I want. All right, let's look at the swells. Mark it. All right, where's the swells? Oh, yeah, man. Surf's up down here. Of course he's been there because they're copping it. Right over there, Frankenstein Bay over there. You get Frankenstorms. And we get the Malakuta on the Cooter over here. Oh, my God. The waves will be good through here. You'll hook it up through there a bit. Yeah. Here you go. Port Mac. Yeah, there'll be a good stretch. 7 Rocks, yeah, West Rocks over there, south. That'll be good. Why did I say 7 Rocks? I don't know. Are there 7 rocks there I don't know about? I know there's only like 3 Rolling Stones left. But time is on our side, folks. We got this. It's just another geostorm, that's all. Just another geostorm. How's the waves? I'm just playing around with my layers. You want to play with your layers? You want to see the radar? Newcastle's reaching hard out there. That's a long reach. Hey, Kangaroo Island, let's see what's going on here. This is the last hour. And that's coming your way. Lightning not really that big. What would you put this sound on? What kind of sound would you get? Boom, 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 lightning, boom, bida, boom, 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 bida, boom, boom, plumes, boom, bida, boom, 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 bida, boom, boom, plumes. Would you like to see some? Well, let's go have a look down here and see what's going on. Oh, you're getting fried. Bzzz, getting fried. EMFers are at it again. I was going to zoom this down so I can pick the speed up on this. You pick it up, see how the cloud just stays there? It's a standing waveform. The EMF just excited the atmosphere in that one spot. But the impetus of the pulse isn't pushing it along. It's not like one of those boom, boom, boom that moves it. That's just a standing wave. And as the chem goes through it, various properties in it will catalyze things as the energy is in place. But you see how that cloud don't move? It don't look like the grill getting hot. Bzzz, getting fried LA style. Why, that's a big old waveform standing, and that's a very good example of something that is not a gravity wave, and that is not a gravity wave. An unproven theory, by the way, gravity waves. Yeah, NASA said they discovered it, and then they said they disproved it themselves, and then some other guy says he proved it. You know what? I don't think that a 2 out of 3 even is a good odds of proof. Proof is like every time. Like 90 proof whiskey every time is 90 proof, unless you buy the watered down version at the pub. G'day. Especially for the tourists. Alright, we're gonna slow it down now. Just slow it right down, man, so you just see how badly you're getting fried, really, how your sunny day went away, and how the atmosphere is agitated, and how these cause like a blinking blue light mesmerism in the screens. Bzzz, has a fluoride, have some lithium, calm the farm. So who's getting it the worst? Who's really gonna get it? It's like, Daddy's coming home, man. You're gonna get it. That's what we would tell each other. You're gonna get it, and you knew you were, and you'd be sweating it. And you did get it, right? It's time for them to get it. Now, as I turn off all these names, do you feel like a closer world? You feel the combination under the Kangaroo Island over here yet? You feeling it? Yeah, it's mighty blurry. I'm hardly seeing it myself. So we will give this a moment. Just tender moment. That's just ain't doing it. Well, there's heavy cascades of fireworky ass plumy shit going one way. This one here is creeping death over outside. That just went away. Big old fart coming from over here. Somebody's Santa's. Maybe that's Santa. He eats beans during the year. You're getting fat. Because there's something moving really weird here. And then this says, hello. But bomb that. Wow, that's a bomb deployment. My goodness. Now let's have a look at this. Huge amount of bombs just went off up here. All at once. Let's watch. All right, there's the first firecracker goes up. Right, it's New Year's Eve. And we got a whole bunch of bombs going off over here. They've decided, I think it's time for them to have the rain. Let's give it to them. Let's give them the catalyst, folks. Let's cause the rain to happen. Here is geoengineering creating clouds. Right now they're created. You can see them. Hey, have some seeds. And seeding ain't just a prop plane going by. And if that's what you're looking to prove, hey, that's too high up in the altitude, in the atmosphere to be that. This is over the top of the other stuff. Okay? This is balloons and drones and things that are autonomously used. And you were up there. That's what's called a payload. They getting paid, and you're copping the load. Feeling loaded yet? Better wipe your face off. That's a nasty mix. Look at that. What town just got bombed? Right over the top of them. This needs to get evidence of geoengineering right here. Next to Port Kembla. Port Kembam over here. Yeah, that's Port Kembam, Australia. Right? Over Port Kembam, we have Kembombs. And they're Kembombing it up because it's a Kembomination in Chemstraya today. Welcome to Chembombstraya. Have it, have it, have it. Boom, bada, boom, 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 plumes. Boom, bada, boom, boom, you. All you need together. What would Farnworth think about this? What a wonderful voice he had. I hear he's not allowed to sing anymore. I mean, he's had some kind of an operation. Yeah, I got to see him in Up in Bribey. I like that song. But, you know, if I sing an emotional song where you get emotional about this, are you feeling all Anzac up that this is what they done with your so-called freedom? This is what your granddaddy fought for. This is a gas chamber from World War I type, deployment type stuff going up, and it is not the same type mix. Don't think I say this is mustard gas. But it could be because it's not disclosed. But we're not picking up evidence of that in the fallout. Yeah, the aluminum, barium, strontium, sometimes radiation of various kinds. Yeah, the list is very long. But it's the aluminum, barium, strontiums that are the most easily proven. The lithium is well proven as released in sounding rocket experiments done by NASA along the east coast of the United States, even over Washington, D.C. I'm looking at the various clusters of clusterfuckery going on here. Boom, 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 boom. If the center wants to use my stuff and just mute me out in case the swearing's bothering people, and it might. You could explain maybe the guy has a disability, and they should accommodate me. It's called I breathe too many of these chemtrails and watch too many of them, and God damn it, I'm pissed off, and I swear sometimes. I don't swear half as bad as an Australian does, though. I'll tell you what, I was bad when I came back from there. Y'all need to calm that down, because it rubs off, you know. Especially that C word. My God, did they teach that at school? Give me a word for C, Johnny. Good. You get an A today. What does A stand for? Right? You see where I'm headed? And what A stands for? This is a deployment of some seriousness is going on in your sky in these triangle formation, straight line formation, bombing it up in an area that's predicted to get. What's supposed to happen here soon? Hey, let's go down where we were. Where are we exactly? What are they supposed to get in the carpet zone? Welcome to the carpet zone. Are you gonna cop it? They're gonna cop it. Everybody's gonna cop it unless we stop it. You're all gonna cop it. We're all gonna cop it. We're all gonna cop it unless we stop it. Are we gonna stop it? Of course we are. Australian government, hear our voice. Where's risk on nature? There always must be choice. Nature has to vote first. And if we don't get their vote in, we don't get to vote second. Got it? That's the way it should be. Yep. It's a Kimbomination. Feel free to use it. Work on it. Wollongong, man, that's not good for you guys. Not good at all. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing here, that's for sure. You know, when I look at that area right here, right? Getting bombed. I'm about to be making a correlation here. You know, you see this area here? This is Wollongong. This is the area that they say is gonna get this. This is scandalous. Absolutely scandalous. So they're predicting a whole lot of rain along this area here. They must be pulling a lot of stuff into the ground to hold it. So this could be a desiccant to sop up moisture they could pick up later, because that's awful soon to be putting that down. I'm finding this hard to correlate with a storm from 10 days from now, but you know, geoengineering is an incredibly complex thing, and it sets up a lot of things. It could set up your streams to be swollen first. It could set up desiccants, aluminum salts and things like that now they'll pull moisture into themselves, like those things you would put in a basement, or some people put them in flower pots, the little white things, and they get bloop and get bigger, full of water, and plants can drink off them. Look at those bombs. My God. Boom, 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 boom. We didn't know what this is. This ain't fair. It ain't fair. And why would I want to come visit a country that's bombing its people like this, as blatantly as I've ever seen in my life? Over and over again. I mean, if you hear it thunder, ain't seeing no lightning, is it possible a bomb is going off? Explosions? Look how many layers of stuff. One under here, that one, and then that's going over the top, and all of them are being bombed on multi-levels of the atmosphere. This is not the little Cessna plane you guys are showing me taking off from the airport. I don't see it. I see a different type deployment entirely. My God, this is horrendous. I think I've shown about enough, almost. Let me look at my whales. How are they doing today? My babitos, I hear they're right about out here now. They're on their way up. On their way up the coast. And there's a big fry-in waiting for them out here. My God, is that blatant geoengineering squares or what? Come on. Hey, Senator, just take a picture of that and talk about it. You don't need my help for that. That's so in your face. That's so something's going on. That's so obvious. You don't need my help to prove that. But I will do anything I can to help you. Kind sir, thank you for your efforts. Because all of you in that chamber are going to breathe this air when you come outside from your hot air vote. That's right. But who has access to the health systems that we don't? EMF-proof glass, military-grade air filtration systems. They have glass that blocks EMF, you know. It's very expensive. You can buy it. They have paints, commercially available on the market for years, with various crushed up minerals in them. That's a matter of fact. I've been talking about that for a long time. That big bank of clouds with the EMF cutting it right here. This is not normal. What in the hell is that? What's going on there? That's a weirdness. It's a glitch, man. Someone got bombed, man. That was fucking weird, isn't it? I don't know. I'm going to call that a glitch. But I ain't going to call that circle of bombs there a glitch. Look at that. Over the ocean. They're always trying to preserve the ocean? Or are we just trying to preserve the profit line of the corporation known as Australia? And you are a corporation. Look it up. Come on, prove me wrong. Win a pub quiz with that one. Because I know I would. Even from American or living over in England to spot that. Even American living over in England to show you the weather. What's wrong with you? Be honest. Be honest. That's all we ask. You ask us to be honest as citizens and visitors and ambassadors to the world of bastardry that we seem to walk through. How you doing, Harry? And we were supposed to respect some things while we see these triangles out here displacing clouds and chem-bombs going off around them. And the cloaking Zan. Oh yeah, I'll have to do a thing about cloaking one day. I'll have that pulled up on one of my shows this week. You gotta see the stuff they could do, man. It's really cool. Yeah, I love science. Sometimes I don't always like how it's used. You know, you could split an atom and heat the world, or you could split an atom and kill it. And what you choose to do with things sometimes is the measure of your character. And what I'm seeing here is loathsome character using a beautiful technology that could help so many people, but they're choosing not to. So maybe we should stop doing it, plant the trees back, and let them eat the CO2 and give us some oxygen. And then we can all take a deep breath and say, man, I'm glad we stopped spraying us like bugs. I'm so glad that these man-made storms that can be predicted 10 days ahead of time to dump an ungodly amount of water upon a country can be predicted. And I'm so glad that you guys gave me your ear tonight. Big love. Peace.